our head. We do this to catch, we do this. Sometimes the person is outboxing us, we go down, we catch him, cannot come up, so we have to clinch here and hide here. Okay, so we practice this way. You put a glove for him, target, one, punch 2 to 3 times. Huh? When this guy starts punching you back, you try to clinch him. Clinch, 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 clinch. Okay, this guy is dead, he's coming in straight with his face like that. You open your eyes, try to avoid the right hand, and then go and clinch. Remember, hold tight next to the ear. Jangan pegang longgar, you got to hold here tight. Anh chị呢度捉字可以實啲啊！呢度捉字可以實啲啊！唔好咁樣掟字啫，佢會一下落去，捉body嘅。如果你好鬆嚟講。Okay, if you're not clinching tight, the guy can do this to you. So you want to hold on to him tight, so that he cannot go down. Okay, don't let him go down and do a lift. Clinch tight, make his neck sakit.
Punching from the clinch, a little bit of dirty boxing. So some of the moves, most of the moves, I mean the Chinese technique is excellent, and then a few of them you add back in a little bit of the Thai technique, like really grabbing the back of the neck and really controlling the guy from the clinch, just controlling him and hitting an uppercut. But I'm really impressed with the Chinese techniques. To modify them for MMA, I think is awesome. We watched some fights last week. It was China versus the world. Basically 8 Sanda fighters from China fighting mostly Muay Thai guys here in Malaysia. International kickboxing rules, K1 rules rather. And Sanda, they won most of the fights. Okay, why? What do you think that is?
For what I think, because Sanda they do more on the combination. Punch, 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 kick. Or kick and punch and punch, punch. And Sanda they always move backward or sideways or go forward. But for me, Muay Thai is a bit of a standing fight and he only stay on the ground. He's just going forward. He just go forward. Very less go backward. Even though he go backward and he's not really good at it. Something avoid a long way or doesn't really have a side step, reflex step to go backward. And the first step word is not good as Sanda. With Sanda we always fight with just bouncing around. But for Muay Thai they only stand there, wait for opportunity. That's why they make the Muay Thai slow and the Sanda is faster than them. So in the K1 also got point system. That's why the point system Sanda is better than Muay Thai.
Practice shuffling. Try to fade a bit and confuse the opponent a bit. Okay? Kasi dia takut. Sometimes 練到一擺踢到人哋企啊！你嗰種再練咁。喺隔離呢個女仔踢嘭嘭聲，你踢好聲嘅。佢近啲練到有力佢先。
The big difference I saw with the Sanda fighters and the Muay Thai fighters, people always ask me which one is better. All right. It's very difficult to say better, but what I will say is that if you're doing Muay Thai and you live in Thailand, or if you're doing Khmer boxing, you live in Cambodia, even you live in Malaysia, you can fight every month or you can fight every 3 weeks. So you might get a Muay Thai fighter who's got 90 fights, 80 fights, he's got a lot of experience. And then he's going to win in most kinds of other competitions he goes into from experience. Sanda fighters, I think the techniques maybe are better, certainly better to apply to MMA. Certainly easier to go Sanda to MMA than Muay Thai to MMA. But unless you live in China, there's just not enough venues for the Sanda fighters to fight, so they don't have the experience. So like in Taiwan, there's just 2 or 3 fights a year.
Yes.
And here too, your Sifu said some years they don't even have 1.
Yes.
And sometimes 2. But you know, if you're doing Muay Thai, you fight every 3 weeks. So I think that it's not a question at first of which martial art is better or stronger. It's just that a lot of the Muay Thai guys have more experience fighting.
Yeah, Muay Thai have a more experience, but I admit that Muay Thai is quite a good fighter in a way, in the experience also. Sanda also have really less experience in the Malaysia, in Taiwan, in the Indonesia.
Everywhere except China.
Everywhere except China. But I need to admit that China Sanda skill is faster and better than Muay Thai.
Yeah, I think that certainly for MMA, Sanda has more things that we can apply and we can use. They're already throwing, so all they got to add to that is going the rest of the way to the ground. And the other thing was the Sanda guys that came here to fight from China, they're professional Sanda in China. Those guys had 30 fights, 50 fights. In Malaysia, there's probably nobody who's had 30 Sanda fights.
Come back! Come back!
Yeah, we do have, but it's not really physical on Sanda. Maybe they go for kickboxing training, kickboxing fight or Muay Thai fight.
But to have 30 or 50 Sanda fights, impossible.
Impossible in Malaysia. That's
30 years.
That's why in Sanda now we want to go for another competition. Something is really hard. That's why I need to go for MMA to expose more, to learn more, so I can compete myself to Sanda internationally.
All right, thank you, Mr. Raymond Tiew.
Bump with the shoulder. Give the shoulder bump.
Thank you.
Okay guys, you can sit.
Hey guys, I'm happy to see all of you out here practicing martial art because it's very important to practice martial art and to exercise when you're young, and also because it's part of your culture and your heritage and you need to preserve that. Don't lose your culture. Don't let anybody tell you computers, internet, iPhone, that's more important than your culture. Keep the old parts of your culture. Don't just take all the new things from America, McDonald's, Iron Man, X-Men. I love that stuff too, but please try and preserve your old culture. It's so important, okay? And you're Chinese and you were born in Malaysia. I'm Italian, but I was born in America. My parents are from Italy. It's very important to preserve our language and our culture and to always keep that with you. Okay, as far as martial art goes, there's a lot of kids out there, they're just online all day, they're getting fat, they're getting stupid, alright? So you need to get some exercise. So martial art is very good for you. And I love Chinese martial art because it teaches you the flexibility, it teaches you the respect, and you're not going to get hurt. And then if you want to be like Raymond and me and be stupid and go fight, you can do that. But it's not for everybody.
Sometimes when you fight, your opponent is wobbly, you have to knock the opponent out, you have to know which weapon to use.
I think martial arts for everybody, but the fighting's not. So I was 12 years old when I started boxing and kickboxing. Okay, I'm 44 years old now and I'm still fighting.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.